That would be pretty cool.
What's going on, everyone?
And we're back.
Another hiatus, guys. Apologies. But
immediately.
goodness, yes. What's up, Wolvis?
We're a little behind.
little,
Just a few minutes, I think.
But welcome to another week of the Hideout, guys. He said we've been out a little bit. So 2 weeks again, and we're gonna be out 2 weeks more. So again, guys, just hang in there. Emmanuel said it one time on one of the podcasts, like this time of year just gets really hard as far as like filming for us.
Yeah.
The holidays go back to back. We have different offset schedules, so on and so forth.
All
So
kinds of stuff going on.
again, if we ever cross that threshold of mediocrity, influencer, status, then maybe, we'll be, on a little bit more consistent. Yeah, a little bit on, like, more consistent. So, Beard Game Strong. Yeah, man. I'm actually waiting until Christmas time to take it all down again. I've just been lazy, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to shave. I'm going to shave.
I did mine, a couple weeks back? Because otherwise, it probably would have been out like about here.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, it just got past me after all the crazy holidays. I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it till the holidays is over. So, or right before the holidays, before the pictures and all that. But yeah, crazy. Like the status says, what is even going on right now? Like, we got rumors out the wazoo from Marvel. We have the Supergirl trailer coming out. We have anime confirmations. We have anime themselves in theaters. We just got everything and anything under the sun right now just happening. So we've hung in there as best as we could, guys. Like, we've tried to keep y'all updated.
As much as we can.
Yeah, me as a host hasn't, devved in like I should have done this year. We've knocked off a few titles.
I think earlier this year we were probably better on it, and then this year just kind of got away from it.
It's literally
there was just so much this year.
Like, and we were hyped for it in June. June was where we knew we were in trouble when we had like Superman. We had what else right after Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four.
There was Kaiju. There was
just
Lord of the Mysteries out there, and there was. I don't think. Have you finished Lord of the Mysteries?
I have not. There's one of them that still need to finish.
There was Eyes of Wakanda. It was just boom, 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 like all throughout that whole summer, and then even now it's still going.
It's still punching out.
It's still going.
Well, the crazy one that I'm shaped up. That I'm kind of glad that they pushed off till next year was Wonder Man again. But they were talking about it and saying how like. It's the second Marvel show that has not got much publication. Like,
true,
like Ironheart. Yeah,
Ironheart went under the radar hard. It
was
a decent show. It was a decent show.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't bad. It turned out to be all right. Yeah. We officially got Mephisto out of it. Like, of all shows, that's the one it came out on. Like, you know what I mean? So, if you didn't watch it, there you go. Spoilers. Mephisto is MCU canon, so I know. Tell me, like, where do we start, Wolvis? Exactly. Today is gonna be randomness. Like, there really is any
no rhyme or reason to this
today.
But I mean, if you want, we can kind of go down the list with Wolvis.
Yeah. So about the Jean Grey thing? Have you heard that rumor?
Oh, I was going to address the gun thing.
Oh, he's already talking shit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Wolvis doesn't care for him, but I almost had to side with him on this one. Not saying like gun is bad or nothing, but me and you discussed some of the Netflix being bought or Warner Brothers being bought out by Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that? It's in works, but I don't know, Wolvis, if you heard. Paramount threw $102 billion.
Oh, to
try to buy it
to beat out Netflix, right?
Yes, and now they're being reviewed to see, like how Disney was reviewed when they bought 21st.
Okay.
Like they're being reviewed to see if they they're not having too much control over certain medias and stuff, which is why I don't think Paramount will get it, but you never know. Money talks. But if Netflix does get it, I think Gunn might be out. They might let him like do a couple shows, or they might demote him into like a director seat. But I don't think he's going to be CEO.
No, they kept him. It was one of the rumors that not one.
It's
One
a
of
rumor.
the rumors that he is still holding, and his contract with Peter Safran got extended to 2028 or something.
The only issue with that is that at that point it's a new Warner Brothers technically isn't in charge at that point, so that contract can be changed. It could completely wipe out once Netflix takes a hold. But Wolvis works with TV stuff, so
that's why you were asking.
He might be able to help us out with this.
But yeah, so I heard James Gunn is keeping his seat, him and Peter Safran. But that is going to be wild. Again, there's some people that are holding it to a certain point because now there is only so much stream growth you can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then with Netflix right now being like on the cutting happy side of things, like, you know, where if it's not on our board, we're gonna go ahead and cut it. You know what I mean? Like, and Warner Brothers owns a lot of properties.
A lot of stuff.
Lot of properties.
Yep.
So then also, is Netflix gonna continue the guarantee that side can go and put movies out? Or are they gonna make Warner Brothers become streaming?
From what I was reading, some of that though, they were saying that they do still want to be putting movies and stuff out, but I think the streaming line of it will be a bit more like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I think they were going to be a bit harsher with it. What they're going to do it. But of course,
still don't share your password with your mama, please.
No, yeah,
please don't do that because we ain't got that kind of money. But we got money.
He still doesn't like the James Gunn Superman. I don't know. It was okay. It was. I liked both the Man of Steel and the Superman that we got, but I think James Gunn Superman portrayed Superman better than Man of Steel did.
Okay.
Cavill was a better Superman in my eyes for how he looked and everything for it, but what's his name? Corin Sweat was a better portrayal of it in my head, just for me. I don't know.
Okay.
Supergirl trailer actually got me a little excited because it shows you her, like, the contrast between Superman and her, like how like put together he is, and like, you know, like that speech at the end, and I'm just human like you, and then she's like, nah, like, you know, people, you know, I see the truth, and I was like, I like that line that she put out there, and then the way she used the freaking thing to like swing the guy around and hit everybody else and everything, I was like, it looks interesting. I don't know how good the story's gonna be, but it looks well enough put together that I think I might enjoy just watching the movie.
I love that it's still somewhat, again, still tied but not tied. It's its own story, but you got Superman getting peed on a newspaper. You know what I mean? Like, so you, again, it's like what he said. It's like Marvel, but not like Marvel, where Marvel had to like put that person in cameo to make the story make sense. But this one is just letting you know they are irrelevant. Their existence. But you know, it has nothing to do with my life. You know what I mean? Like real world. You know what I mean? Like there's shit going on across the other side of the globe. You know what I mean? But it doesn't affect my day to day life.
Affect me like that.
You know, so I appreciate that. You know, where the continuity's there. But you know,
it's not as impactful as it is with
Marvel. Where you have to have them.
Yeah, you have to understand. Have watched it, understood what's going on over there for it to make more sense.
You can be just fine with, oh shit, was that Superman, and not have seen the Superman movie. You know what I mean? To be like, well, what's going on with her story? Like, why is she, you know, in space or something? You know, and he's on Earth, and like, you know, you're not wondering those questions, like how we're wondering, you know, where the F is Spider-Man when Daredevil's going through all this shit with Kingpin. You know what I mean? Like, where we know y'all they're in you all live within a 50-mile radius of each other, and y'all don't cross paths not one time. Getting a bagel, you didn't see fucking Daredevil in Hell's Kitchen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
Another person pointed out too, and I have to agree. As much as it's cool to see. You definitely tell this is a Gunn movie. Immediately, the moment it starts up, it's the music playing on the little speaker, and it just gives you the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2 type of feel with the music playing and the older music and how she's acting.
I'm glad you said that.
And
I was hoping it was Wolvis. I was really hoping to go at Wolvis like this, but it's not James Gunn, unfortunately.
No, it's not him directing.
Yeah,
but it's still his influence.
Whoa. Now we're going too far.
How is it too far?
Now we're saying James Gunn is Kevin Feige and making sure, like, hey, this isn't Guardian of the Galaxy enough for me. Like, we got to put this going on.
Okay, but also you praise him on being involved with every step of the process.
But those choices weren't his. Like, they come up with that. They have it all written. They
probably come up with it, but at the same time, how do you know he didn't influence it? This dude is head honcho right now.
So you're gonna change your end of shift playlist because he doesn't like, the Drake song that you played all the time.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the second song. You know what I mean? Like,
he's like, what about that one? No, like it's a little too much,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we did get away from some of what he wrote earlier.
On the new character thing, so what do you think about that? Like, someone said the same thing, like, he brings very obscure characters to the forefront, and I'm trying to remember what his name was, the guy with all the needles on his face. He's the bad guy on the comic itself, the Woman of Tomorrow.
For
the Grim Supergirl? Aaron something Grim or something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
nonetheless, the villain of the movie. And the comment was like, I really love James Gunn, but like, he really loves his obscure characters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to like know your lore to know who this person is. You know what I mean? But is that necessarily a bad thing?
I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because
again, that avoids the character burnout, right?
Yeah. But also, it makes people want to look up new characters. So people that were probably like Guardians of the Galaxy, nobody cared about them before.
No one and their mama knew who Star-Lord was.
When they became
I'm in that no one and your mama. I'm under that umbrella. I'm not your guy, so just to, confirm that, but there's people that were like, oh, I always knew. And you got those like ones that do that. Like,
I know exactly what that was. No, you don't. Stop lying. I'm trying to see because it is produced by James Gunn.
Which one?
Woman of Tomorrow. As a producer, you get a say. Because I was like, I need to put my foot down on this one. Like, no, he had something to do with it. On top of being in charge, he's producing it. So yes, he's a little in there. Wolvis, we kind of missed. I missed. I don't know if you read some of his comments earlier.
I didn't read the Man of Steel one. That's where I stopped. Man
of Steel was interesting. It wasn't the best one, but it was okay. Batman versus Superman was garbage for me. I hated it. Okay, the Batman, that wasn't. Who was that?
What do you mean?
The Batman, I think, was. Are you talking about the one with Penguin?
Matt Reeves?
Yeah. So I was like, that was before Gunn got there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we were all tripping. Like, they wrote this movie, Batman, what is he going to do? And then he ends up letting us know, like, it's going to be in the Elseworlds, you know what I mean? But. So okay, go. I was gonna ask Wolvis. I was like, so what, in your opinion, would be a new approach in Marvel? Like,
well, in DC at this point.
we're about to get the reboot. We're about to get a new era of Marvel, so that's what I was wondering. Yeah. So, so then, what do you consider a new approach? Like, no backstory, straight into the action? Are you wanting a sprinkle of the backstory with action and romance? Are you wanting like a love interest that can't be, fixed, kind of, you know what I mean? Like what is it that
What is that
would
you
bring
like?
you back, I guess, to the Marvel side, I guess. Not even back to the Marvel side, but what would reinvigorate, I guess is
Yeah.
the word, right?
Yeah.
To re-intrigue you with Marvel's, setup, I guess.
But he was talking about
But James Gunn,
guns.
I was about
Yeah,
to
he
say, I
was
think he
talking
was
about
talking about
straight
James Gunn.
gun,
Yeah.
not bringing anything new or visionary. But it's
I see
kind
what
of
you're
hard
saying.
to do that with okay. Comic book purists are both a problem and a godsend for movies like this because they will go watch the movie, but they'll freaking rake it through the mud with barbed wire and everything else included and set you on fire. If you deviate too far, they get pissed. But if you don't deviate enough, then you didn't do anything like enough to make it brand new and lift it.
Like tight ropes
Yes.
with the pole and stuff.
And it's just like they're like, oh, all you did was rehash it. Well, yeah, because if I'm not true to this character, then I can't, you're gonna say something. But if I'm too true to the character and make it like just copy and paste, then you're gonna be like, oh well, he didn't do anything. I could have did that. And it's just like, where do you want to go?
What side of the blade do you want to get cut by?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll definitely agree with that. Like we said, like I just said, producers.
You can't agree to that and then hate the Eternals.
I could hate the Eternals.
No, you can't. That is director influence. I think that's when they changed the whole. She was even. They were trying really hard. She had to change things and didn't even get to like do the movie the way she truly wanted to. But that was her putting her influence on it. See, so he's on par with me.
Okay, Shang-Chi was different.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was different.
But he said one. He said one. I got my one.
No, yeah, I was like, no, you're right. The one.
But okay, my issue with Eternals wasn't per se the director input. My issue was with the pacing of the writing. It was a writer input. The director did pretty good with what they had, but you can only work with the material that you're given too. So
Marvel should have had more influence at that time for the story, at least.
The story. Or I don't know.
So she put her vision, but didn't have the writers to back her up.
Visually, it was amazing. Like I honestly think like DC needs to take oh my gosh, I don't even know who directed it, but DC needs to take notes on Eternal Speedster and be like, we need that for the Flash. Because they did the speedster right, the way she was just moving around, like it looked like she was actually running, but they sped it up enough where it like barely looked visible, and then the after image almost behind her was great. The writing was kind of poor, but the visuals and the way like they did stuff and the way I love the way she directed it too. What's his name?
Icarus.
Not I hate Icarus. The guy with the little pew pews. I'm blanking on his name hard right now. It's like right here. I just can't do it.
Kumani, but it's not.
But no, him. I really liked how he had his whole flair and everything. And then his ability was like somewhat simple.
Kingo.
Yes. His ability was somewhat simple, just, like little laser, thermal, small nuclears or whatever. But then, like, he's like, yeah, pume. But then when he wanted to, he concentrated into something bigger and it made it. I was like, those visuals and the way that they had them portray it were great. I felt like that movie was so rushed. That's why I didn't care for it. Like it felt so off and so disconnected.
For it being rushed, it was still good to me, I think, because I really think it was rushed. But
I have to agree with that statement too.
It was a really good
eyeglass.
eyeglass.
The eyeglass was great. Did Superman use his laser beams in this movie?
When he did
he did. Yeah. That looked horrible too. That I think the spin messed up the CGI. Like if he were like just stand there and like but him spinning while it was like laser beaming, like probably
too much. Yeah, too much at one time.
Yeah, I think that's probably what did it for me. I was like, it's a little weird.
He said Shang-Chi had one scene, and I'm assuming that one scene was the dragon scene at the very end, where he's probably. Like, so
I think the little people, the little animals they had were really cool too. Granted, you could tell they were CGI, but like it was great. Like the overall,
the what?
The Shang-Chi, the mythical
parademons.
No, the when they went to where his mom came from, they had like the lion, the food dog and stuff and everything. I think. Yeah.
It's okay. We're here all day. No, we're here for a few hours.
24-hour stream confirmed.
We need this 24-hour stream. That would be freaking dope. Something we need to look at the copyright laws, because I always feel like can't do reaction videos.
I was looking into something about that. You can do a reaction as long as you have like a watermark over it a little bit and you pause. And you can't do the whole thing as long as you break in between. Like you will do like for like a 5-minute video. If you do 2.5 minutes and then like another 2 minute, it has a half minute or like 30 seconds out of it. Technically, that falls within the clause. But even then, you still need to pause and talk about it.
We definitely need to look into that.
Yeah.
What is it?
The Shang-Chi. He's like, it's just a car in front of a green screen with a bunch of extras in there.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, it also felt different too in terms of some of the writing for it and some of the like. It wasn't the end of the world, like big beam in the sky type stuff, because that was a huge thing. Back when the first Avengers came out, because I think the first Avengers had that. Then you had Suicide Squad had a big old beam in the sky. Like it was something like with a sky beam that like everybody loved.
Superman, right?
Superman, dude, like everybody loved the sky beam. Like,
that's hilarious.
Like if you look back at that era,
that era, everyone was trying to destroy the world in New York, except for Metropolis, because it's Superman.
But it was like a sky beam era.
That I do give it to DC. These are these are made up cities, so they're not real cities. But you don't tie it to the real world, and Marvel does.
It ties it hard. I expect they tie it so hard they have to drop the name in big bold letters before when she could change scenes. Berlin.
yeah, we gotta know that we're in Russia right now. Like,
Wakanda. I didn't know I was there. I thought
the theme music didn't give it away already.
Speaking of theme music, though, I really don't need them to do that with Wonder Woman again. That damn theme music playing every time she was on screen was too damn much. Now you have to play it.
No. I was about to look at the millions of rumors that we got going on since we're talking about all that shit. So we have, let's see, the teaser trailer for Doomsday will reportedly be 1 minute and 20 seconds. So then, no, I'm going a little too far, but I'm going to go ahead and say, since we're talking about Wakanda, they already got Ryan Coogler, and that's his next film that he's working on is Black Panther 3.
Oh, okay.
So it already is in
production. Oh, okay, cool.
So post-production, he's like, I'm excited, I'm ready for it. And then what's her name said the same thing. She's like, I go as long as they need me. She's like, I just hope to make it to Black Panther 3. What's her name? The one that's the Black Panther on part 2. the sister.
Oh, okay.
And so Shuri, and so the actress that plays Shuri. So there's those two rumors again. With Marvel, we definitely got to keep rumor in the Senate. So
I mean, if you want to go that road, Harry Potter is basically Star Wars.
Get into that conversation. Let's see.
Hidden legacy, reluctant hero, family trauma, destiny, and all that. Yeah, it's Star Wars. Oh yeah, real quick, since we're on the topic of rumors too. Doomsday teaser has to be a great. Give me one story detail to get me hyped. Yeah. But okay, on that rumor, you said it's like what a minute and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I read an article and I was trying to save it, but I got it vanished off my feed. It said that during Avatar: Fire and Ash, that they're gonna be breaking up the trailer into four separate pieces. Oh, okay, you got it. Okay,
yeah, four different trailers at a minute and 20 each, and they're gonna be highlighting each team: the Avengers team, the Thunderbolts, the Fantastic X-Men. Four, and X-Men. And I was like, oh god!
So technically, you're giving me a minute 20 for each trailer. It better be different.
They say that that's one of the last ones I took. One of the last pictures. It says all four of the Avengers Doomsday teaser trailers will have stylistic changes from one another. The other changes are currently unknown.
So you're giving me 5-minute trailer?
Yeah, essentially. Because that would be a normal trailer, right?
No, normal trailers are like 2-3 minutes. You're giving me a 5-minute, 20-second trailer.
No.
That's what they are.
They're going to be stylistically different. So we already know that they don't cross paths, but we got to find out if it's happening at the same time. So Marvel does that to us. So Lord knows if Fantastic Four is going through the same drama at the same time when Thunderbolts is going through the drama. We don't know this shit with Marvel. So I think 1 minute and 20 each one is going to be a separate trailer for each one. You know, stylistically. I'm going to start using that word.
Stylistically. Civil War 2 is a good take on that. But the only problem is that we don't know if they're going to fight or not. So they might, though. But why waste that potential right now when you could potentially have X-Men versus Avengers later on? That's always a great one.
Mm-hmm.
You also have... Oh, man, there's so many different things to go.
So, in your guys' opinions, heavy on the comics, for these worlds, would it be better to drop it down from cinematic to television, and in the grand scape of things, take it to cinema?
I would love that. Me personally, I would love that. Real quick to answer Wolva's question, though, because he did bring up a good point. Thinking of it, this movie coming up as a mix between Civil War 2 comic run and X-Men versus Avengers comic run, that is actually a great way to put it. Because Civil War 2's comic run was something entirely... Like, the Civil War movie that we got, nothing compared to what the actual... Civil War. But Civil War 2, they're probably not going to do that one either. But you can kind of make this concept in your head for Doomsday that you have 4 parties, 2 and 2, having a Civil War X-Men versus Avengers, because you have, like, let's say the Fantastic Four and X-Men team up versus the Avengers and Thunderbolts, because they're both on the same side. And it still would be X-Men versus Avengers, because Thunderbolts are the new Avengers. So I could see that going on. I could see that happening.
Interesting. And are the chips stacked correctly for the Civil War 2 arc? Or in the sense of, again, where in Civil War or in Secret Wars, we need the black suit of Spider-Man. Like, are we set up enough for it to be considered the Civil War 2? Like,
I mean, I think Civil War 2 would be a better one rather than
the X-Men versus.
Yeah, because I mean, you're missing some key players on. Either way you look at it, missing a lot of key players. Because I mean, you were missing a lot of key players in the original Civil War movie compared to what the comic did. Like the comic was.
Oh, 100%. Again, I remember, and again, I was even more mad when it got to Endgame, and they were talking about Endgame needing like 60 characters. I think we talked about it on our show. We were like, I hear that there's going to be rumored 66 characters and this and this and this and that. It might have been this one, like, but
that is true. This one probably has that many. Because we got what? How many characters?
21 chairs. I can't.
21.
Something like that. Like,
so it's and then there's more on top of that we know of. So I mean, that's a decent number. 60-ish characters for all this to be pulled off, maybe.
And then to get what we got, like, and then to find out here recently through all this that's the most expensive run of cinema in the world right now. Like, I think it costs like, I don't know, $100 and something million to produce just that scene. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? All that CGI like costs that much money? Like,
yep.
Who? I don't know. I can't say shit because I don't know that fucking business.
Yeah,
but
we're not on that side. But to your point, I would personally love to have them step down a bit and not have as much movie runs and condense it into, not even condense it. If anything, they'll flesh it out.
That's what I'm saying. The movies condense it. Yeah. Like, they'll allow you to unpack things betterly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is that a word? Betterly? Better?
I think better.
More better?
I think putting it instead of a movie, change it into a series. And then if you really wanted to do it, I know some people hate it. I personally like it. You end a series on a decent enough cliffhanger. Like, not something super major, but a decent enough cliffhanger where they're like, you gotta come back. And I'm like, you got me. I need to come back now. Mm-hmm. And then you lead it into a movie with like a few like people coming into it. Yeah, definitely. I'll do that.
I think it would have been good.
Yeah.
As far as new take kind of thing, like, make the new era that way. Like, if you're gonna bring the Hulk and you want World War Hulk, give us a Hulk series for 2 seasons, and then accumulate it into World War Hulk.
Yes, that's something that definitely needs to happen.
A different adaptation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know whose stories are very intense. A Spider-Man series.
Oh yeah,
and animated, since we don't fucking own the rights to Spider-Man. Yep. And how would you take that? Now that I'm saying that, like, how would you take that? Animated Spider-Man series and then a live action movie of the story that we've been watching animated.
That would throw you off so bad because it would throw you off so bad. One is because the voice acting might not be, because Gunn got that down at least. If you're gonna voice act, you could play the part 2 physically, so that way there's no disconnect between the voices and the characters. But Marvel's not doing that, so. Yeah, it'll throw things off pretty bad.
So Spider-Man's a hard one to do, at least in that aspect.
In that aspect right now. Oh, see, he even moves us down with the TV to film crossover.
Yeah, so they did release the lineup. It was like someplace they did all teams in like 4 different screens. So that's why I'm thinking. Like, I think there's gonna be 4. It is true. I think that rumor, 4 different trailers.
Yeah,
but that is a good question. Like, is it 4 trailers, 30 seconds long? Would that make it 120 minutes?
Yeah, 120 seconds. So 30-second.
30-second trailers.
That's too short.
Those are teasers. Those are teasers. Okay. I was like. Shit, so they're going to give us a trailer of a movie, they're going to give us a teaser, a trailer of a movie, and then it's a teaser that adds up to all the teasers coming out.
You know what they're going to do, and it's going to piss me off, is their teasers are basically just going to be them pan-shotting all the people.
Looking up at something?
Like, something, but you're going to have like their lineup and just like, oh my gosh, here's the teaser. I'm like, no, I don't like this.
I saw a nipple.
Oh my god.
What? It was considered a failure on your side of the world, but
Damn, you called out the whole side?
The Eastern board well, technically we're round, so
I
we're all
mean, so,
one.
I mean,
we're
so
all
is a
one
cake,
side.
but you still cut it. You still got sides.
That reminds me of Hotel Transylvania. She's like, it's called deodorant. Your people probably don't wear it. He's like, way to call out a whole continent.
Yes.
You know, Linda.
Oh man, I'm
But
sorry.
no,
I'm sorry,
that I loved Creatures Commandos. That was
Creatures Commando was pretty good.
It was such a good intro to a universe with, again, obscure characters. You know what I mean? Like, for characters I have never heard of till we were announcing it on the show. We had to research it. I think this might have been before his time, honestly, right?
Before Wolvis was here?
Yeah, Wolbus was on our show. I think he wasn't around for...
Yeah, I think he got around after that.
Yeah, you weren't around on the... We did a review on Creatures Commandos, and so, yeah. We enjoyed it. I think it was, again, for being obscure characters to have the balls enough to kick off your universe with that. That is what got me, you know, so...
Yeah, that is true. It was not... Viewership is not what they wanted it to be.
And it goes back to what you said. Like, you can give the fans what they want, but if you give them a little too much, then they're like, whoa, we didn't want all that.
But
like,
then this also comes
like,
to the fact of obscure people too, because some people don't hear them. They're like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
The one for me, I think that's gonna be like show if people could pull this off will be Lanterns, because Lantern right now will be the TV run, and then when they bring it into like a big actual movie, like that will show us.
But then it goes back to where was I? Oh, my vision was to at least 2 seasons and then a movie run.
I think
but again, depending on the season. So if Green Lanterns comes with 12 episodes, I think that's good enough. But if it comes with 6 to 8, is it going to give me enough story for me to, lean into it in the movie kind of thing?
A series like that will depend, one, on the episode count, but also the runtime count. So if you give me an 8-episode season, but the runtime for every episode is about an hour to an hour and a half.
Daredevil talk.
Yeah, like it will be enough info and enough story there to build on it, I think. But if you give me a 12-episode count with 30 minutes, you're not giving me enough. At that point, I'd rather take the lower count with the higher runtime than a higher count with the lower runtime. Yeah, Cavill has it. Cavill was known as Superman.
What do you say?
He was saying if you go to somebody and ask them who plays Superman, they'll say Cavill. But if you go to anybody and ask who Creatures Commando is, they're like, who the hell's that?
Yeah. I think the only one that's crossing all the films right now is Alan Tudyk. That is the voice of Dr. Phosphorus. He's the voice to number 2, the robot in Superman. He is he was supposed to do something with Clayface, I thought, right?
I don't know.
But yeah, nonetheless, that's the one that's crossed multiple movies with.
I thought you were gonna say what's the name? Senior from Commandos, and he went into into Peacemaker.
Frank Grillo.
Yeah, because Peacemaker is TV show right now too, so it depends on how that goes.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh,
Trying to remember a name or something.
Yeah, the character's name.
Frank. Isn't that Grillo, right? We're talking about
Grillo is his actor's name, but what is the exactly? I was like, Crap, and we got a whole season of Peacemaker with that guy, and I can't remember his name.
Pretty sure it was Frank, wasn't it? I don't know why Frank's popping in my head.
Because I said it. Rick Flag. But yeah, no one would know. But again, that takes some serious cojones to kick off a universe with a team that no one knows. Again, you know what I mean? And how, other than the music influence, was that not obscure enough that it didn't feel like a James Gunn? Or was it James Gunny? Again, other than the music, Creatures Commandos wasn't. Did you still feel James?
I felt a lot of the comedy in there, James Gunn.
Okay, good call. That's touche.
James Gunn has,
because we haven't had an animated James Gunn, so that's why I was like, I'm down to wonder what you thought of that.
Yeah, no,
you know
the animation and stuff was really good. The series, the pacing, the writing for it, and that's one thing I'll give him too. Like his writing, because he wrote and directed some of those episodes. The writing for it was actually pretty decently like well paced for what it was, and I don't know about anybody else, but I like flashbacks when they're in the middle of stuff, that kind of like, because that's how your brain works too. It recognizes something and it triggers a memory to something else you saw. So like all the flashbacks were triggered by something that would remember it. Oh yes, he did do Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Oh yeah, back when he had hair. Dude, that's what threw us off of that. Yeah, dude.
His color of his hair and everything, like he's all whited out now. Yeah,
but man, like I think the pacing and writing for Creatures Commando was pretty good, but it had too much comedy in it. For like, I wouldn't say too much. It was pretty decent, but you could definitely tell that was a Gun style comedy. Like there's certain like writing and stuff that you could tell. Okay, no,
agreed. Art. That's what I was saying. I can't even argue. I was like, the comedy, I could see it, and it's like he said, he felt it. You know what I mean? So it. So how do you get away from your trademark? Like, you know what I mean?
That's the issue because
is that where you, again, it goes back to, hey, I hired Emmanuel to write and produce this movie or direct this movie. I'm stepping back.
You have to step off.
Like, don't even be a producer. Don't be nothing.
Like,
just
if you need
just swing by the set and be like, I ultimately know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? And then walk away. Yeah. I'll judge you I'll judge you on the red carpet.
Okay, I will give Gunn this. He could write it halfway. Like, give us like kind of like a beginning, middle, and end of what you were thinking of you want to do, and then have a co-writer come in and kind of fill in the gaps and everything. So you'll have your fill in there, but it's not your comedy. You'll have the basic structure of it, and it'll be interesting to see how something like that will work, because you'll have
it's kind of like one of those give and take. Have you ever those give and take photos where like I have a piece of paper and I draw a squiggly line and then I give it to you and then you do something with that squiggly line. You know what I mean? Like, but you're saying at least more structure, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Yeah. So I can give you the beak, I can give you like the background and whatever, and then you fill the story. Yes. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that would be something beneficial to.
That's a new take too. That's a new type. I think would be interesting to see. Again, you're getting a blend of directors / writers that Oh, I like that.
Like if he could write it, but do not produce and do not have any directing part in it.
Unless you have it's a passion project. Like
if it's a passion project, but I'm talking about like if you want to step away from his type of feel, if you want to step away from his music, his type of comedy, his type of, because I feel like
vision, even aesthetically,
like how it goes, how it's portrayed.
It looked James Gunny.
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he agrees, Josh. Yeah, what is it? Yep. I agree entirely with that statement. It's a constant with like when you hear James Gunn, it immediately like even if I don't realize that he was in on something, you could tell. Like I didn't know he produced Woman of Tomorrow. I knew somebody else directed it. I knew somebody else was it written with it and everything.
That's why I was like,
But
man, he has a lot. Because again, it felt Guardians of the Galaxy.
yes.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm fighting for the director, so I saw that and I was like, yes, I can't wait to talk about this on the show. I was like, Wolvis is gonna try to talk shit about James Gunn, and you were the one to say it. I was like, I'm gonna get to say that. By the way, it was not directed by. Like,
you're like, boom, got it. And I was like, receipt produced.
you didn't scroll down. Like, full size the image.
Right? It's in fine print right there, sure. The Snyderverse would be interesting to come back. I just don't know
if the world can take two different universes of the same universe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
in my opinion,
I feel like people are going to clash with this too because the Snyderverse was a bit dark, and some of DC is supposed to be dark, but I feel like people want that like dark grittiness back, but then at the same time they don't. Like they want some type of comedic instance with this. So I think having Gunn and Snyder together on that, I think Gunn's comedy stand with Snyder's actual like dark grittiness would actually be a really cool blend to see how it'll work. That both directing is not going to be possible, but having them kind of like collab write something will be interesting to see, if that were ever possible.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You're thinking really hard on this one.
I was like, because I am. If it came down to it, where it stayed as one universe, I would like that. But again, if he's talking about it just coming back in general for the fact that because Netflix is buying out Warner Brothers or whatever, then like at that time I think it'll be a saturation. Like we're gonna have Batman this, Batman that.
But that's their moneymaker.
Well, yeah, obviously. It literally is. Like, I had to make this DC logo. Like, they literally sell Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. And a sprinkle of the Flash. Like, a sprinkle. I could not find their logo. Like, you would figure that they would bank on their logo. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is like, their logo. Superman
their trio is their people.
Like, so it was wild to come across. Like,
the dark grittiness is good. I personally like that, but at the same time, it just, I think
for the characters that if like Clayface, we're going body horror.
Yes.
We're going dark horror.
I want to see like that.
That's again, we're going back to that. That is where it's going to be the tipping point if we're going to see a difference.
So basically, 2026 is going to be the year where we're going to see if Gunn can produce outside of comedy. Mm-hmm. We're going to be able to see if he could actually,
because the Supergirl already looks
somewhat comedic
in there,
but he's not directing that. That's him producing it. But I don't think I don't know if he's directing.
He's not directing it, but I don't know about the whole producing.
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah.
Now you got me thinking. Like I thought these were like legitimately he was out of the picture. No, he's there.
He still has his hand in the jar. Yeah. But Wolvis, I don't know. I like dark. I like the. That's why I like DC Comics a bit more than I like Marvel. Like
I think you mentioned that a few times.
Like they're a bit more aggressive and a bit more like have that like weight to them. But somewhere along the way, the movie studio said, "You'll like dark," and they cut half the lights. And think that's what we meant. Because damn, if the freaking Matt Reeves Batman is kind of, I'm like, I'm in a dark theater and I can't hardly see that screen. Like, what the hell is up with it? Where are they?
Yeah. This is not a movie to be watched on projection. Like
no, you cannot have any glare at all because you're not going to see anything.
See.
See, that's going to be a little bit hesitant for every step of the way now. Okay, but that also puts his hand in Clayface and Green Lanterns,
But-
which we could see if he could do anything with that.
Yeah. But that's what I was gonna say. That will show his. I don't think morals is the right word. It will show his like. Did he learn from his experience at Marvel? You know what I mean? Like am I overstepping too much?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Can
I
I step back here?
Yeah. You know, I'm like, whoa, what am I
hands.
saying? Like, oh, you do you. That does sound good. You know what I mean? Like,
because
instead
he
of
felt
like
that too as a director when he
that's
was
what
there.
I'm saying. Like, I hope he will catch himself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe after Supergirl, maybe the reaction of Supergirl. Oh, it was a great movie. Still felt like James Gunn, and then he reads that. Well,
because by the time Supergirl comes out, you're in post production for Clayface and Green Lantern.
But I was gonna no, it's not even post production. It's already gonna be following after that. It's already produced. But that's what I'm gonna say. It's the ramp up for the coming. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, Supergirl was alright, but it wasn't the best, and then it's just like Green Lantern, just like holy shit, yeah, you know what I mean? Like James Gunn does have a good good eye, you know what I mean?
If he
like,
doesn't do it this year, if this year doesn't produce at least what
we're expecting from the dark and gritty, the separation
he's not
of
be able to hang.
Okay,
and at that point, I will have to agree with Netflix buying this and not kicking him out, but giving him less of a say, like putting somebody else in charge of him.
Yeah.
Because I like his writing and I like the way he portrays things as a director. He's really interesting. It just if you're gonna lean like what is it? Love and Thunder, Thor. What's the name? Waititi? He leaned too heavily again on funny from Ragnarok to Love and Thunder. Ragnarok felt different. It felt new. Like what was I saying? It felt like because the first two ones were kind of weird, kind of like a bit like they were a bit dark, but it wasn't at the same time. But it had more of a storyline.
PG-13 dark.
Yeah. But then Ragnarok, it was a bit funny, still had some decent weight to it. But then Love and Thunder, I did not feel any weight. Like it felt like it was pretend.
That was just a name. Yeah, it was a pretend game of
It was just like I'm gonna get him.
Even oh my god, even so much so that Korg was reading it like a story.
Yes.
He was narrating it like a story of Love and Thunder, like, you know what I mean? So it was technically a bedtime story, you know.
And I'm just like, that's not what you want. Like he leaned too hard, and I feel like Gunn is leaning very hard on his Guardian days too. He did really well, and he's taking what it worked, but you can't keep it with you the whole time. Everybody has to grow up at some point.
Yeah.
Dang, you had it all figured out, huh? You gonna go to Netflix for this one.
You have a little book as you're writing and watching a movie, like
he's like, he'll play a really good part in this. He got the writers down. He got who he wants to direct and everything.
I hope you have strongly worded letters going toward Hollywood. My friend, you definitely know your shit as far as they come to actors and everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you diddly. I would have to be in the moment, and then I would have to be thinking of Doomsday, of what's going on in the world at the moment to be like, that would be an amazing Batman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my mind does not work like that. My mind does not recall anything that far at all. Like,
sometimes I'll do that. Like, there'll be characters I'm like, yo, they'll make a sick so and so. But then after a while, I forget.
Yeah.
But I will agree, Netflix with Warner Brothers, the only issue is Warner Brothers has such a huge catalog, and like you said, Netflix is just chop. We're going to streamline whatever we can. It just you can lose a lot along the way. But Netflix is willing to try new stuff. Like they've done so many stuff
with some of the you think they do good with some of the properties because they have those properties now. Is that what you're saying?
One, like Netflix, like how Wolvis was saying, like you want a new take on things almost, or like something like a new like directing or visuals and whatever. I think Netflix has done that constantly so much to the point where at one point they were losing money because they were just putting out like series
new
left
shows,
and right.
Yeah.
And they're like seeing what stuck and then what didn't. They're just losing money, but what stuck, they were like Stranger Things wasn't a for sure thing, but it got so big now they're like it's $1 billion industry bringing in everything else now. And Netflix having Warner Brothers catalog, they'll probably be willing to try a couple things. The only issue is that some of your lesser known characters might not make the cut.
But at what point do you get to say, I don't want to do nothing with this guy? Like, put him to the back shelf. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like Netflix is like he's too, like not family friendly. I guess I don't know. And they're like, yeah, I don't want to. We don't want him. They could shelf him. If Netflix buys out Warner Brothers, they could definitely do that with certain characters. Or if they want to be like, hey, this character we've heard a lot of rumors about, we want them to be the major star.
But I think why a lot of people are scared is because Netflix is notorious for canceling shows that did get well accepted.
True. But there was the money issue on that point too. There was some.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when is it too thin? You know what I mean? When is it spread too thin? Because then at this point now, if it's a money problem, like buying more properties is not the move to go. You know what I mean? Because now you're gonna need more to produce shows that are doing good. You know, what if the Harry Potter series on HBO takes off? That's Warner Brothers. Like, are you gonna have the funds to continue that series? Like, or are you, because you are Netflix, don't give a shit about the viewership and how much it brought in, you're gonna ixnay the show now? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they might ixnay the Harry Potter one only because of the backlash for the recasting and stuff they're doing right now. So it might not, it might be on the back burner, but I don't know.
It might get canceled completely, because like the Batgirl movie with what's his name from The Mummy. I heard that Frasier just literally just canceled. Done. It was produced. It had episodes, the whole nine, and just never put it out. Like, what? Like,
Wolvis said, if only I had a YouTube channel on my own to vent all this.
I was about to say, you do it. Like, get a camera.
Did we ever try to see if he had his channel like that? Or were you just one of the people that just hop on and talk and watch stuff? Did we ever check if Wolvis had a channel himself?
No. So, are you saying that sarcastically, saying that you do have a channel that you've been all this on?
Damn it!
Now I'm reading it with sarcasm.
Oh, man. But he also brings up a very valid point. We all love the Netflix Marvel universe. It could work for DC, and damn, is he right? Because now I'm thinking about it, all of Netflix, not all. Take that back.
I'm about to say, I was ready with the iron fist. I was ready with an iron fist. Literally, I was gonna be like, "Hold the fuck up! Did you just say that?"
I immediately heard myself. I was like, "Nope, hold on."
Thank you for catching it. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, he does have a channel. see, right then I was like, wait, does he have a channel like that? Like, damn.
We can't just roast him and then he'd be like, I actually have a channel. F these guys, unfollow.
You know what would be worse is if he was way bigger than us. Yeah. He's actually
using our videos to diss us. Like, these guys think they're big time. Like, go follow their page and unfollow it just so you can
don't even just go in there and just dislike all the videos.
Get notifications of like, hey, your video's been disliked. I wonder if you 600,000 times.
But I wonder if that will feed into an algorithm in itself.
Negativity?
Yeah,
I think it's any kind of reaction. So why does this video have 600,000 dislikes?
You know what make it worse is that like because you technically have to click on the video, so it gives it a watch, but you never get past the 15 seconds. But your video technically has 600,000 views with 600,000 dislikes.
Just going from the dislike.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take that kind of fame.
Man. No, but okay, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and first season.
I was
of
like,
Luke
first
Cage.
season. Well, first season of Jessica Jones. I think the third one did better than the second. Or was there only two? For Jessica Jones, it was only two.
I think there was only two. But I'll take both episodes or both seasons because both seasons were still technically better than Iron Fist. And the first season of Luke Cage, because I didn't like the second season as much, but Iron Fist was just garbage. And the Defenders, those all did really, really well, particularly Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if those all did well with Netflix before any of the dark, gritty type of like stuff around, and you have dark and gritty characters for DC, dude, looking at it, they could go off.
That's what I'm saying. So that would even feed into what I was saying, like setting up like a series type, growth to a movie, release.
So kind of like how they did it with the Defenders, but instead of going straight to streaming, it goes into theaters. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Streamlining it to like you have every character, and then they eventually have like meetups and stuff.
Now we're gonna use like again a sprinkle of all these things that are going on right now. James Gunn use a little sprinkle of his influence, get a good story going. Then we got this one where it didn't work, where Marvel was putting them straight to movies instead of things. So now we're gonna do series. All right, let's do series with a sprinkle of good writing and pull it back to get this beautiful universe that I think deserves it according to you guys as far as like comic wise, like tone wise, what I mean? You're finally getting a what is it, a studio that can portray dark good, you know what I mean? Like, is Black Mirror Netflix original?
Yeah.
So things of that nature, just dark shit, like what I mean? So
that'd be really, really, really good because Netflix has some dark stuff on there.
Yeah, so a dark script won't have them running like Warner Brothers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, let's pull this back a little bit.
That is the damn truth right there.
Let's throw a little butterfly in there. You know what I mean? Like at least land a butterfly on the flower before it gets incinerated. You know what I mean? Instead of just an incinerated flower.
I don't think that would make it worse because then the butterfly's home got messed up.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So I think when they drop those dark and gritty scripts off at Netflix
is not scared of those. I totally agree with that statement. Like that's true. Willis has a point with Netflix being able to take those chances and do that dark side, and then Warner Brothers, like you're saying, is too afraid to step into that realm. So
completely, I think they like soaking their feet in there. You know what I mean? Like wading in the water. You know what I mean?
But then you take both of them and you smash them in together, and what they could produce could be something incredible. Disney just didn't do it for Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, they kind of now they're starting to do better.
Yeah,
now
they're starting to realize again. We're gonna get in the Etch a Sketch. How much of it are we gonna see? The fade of the previous picture in the background after we etch it, or but.
The Simpson movie was great. Aren't they making a Simpson
movie? I think they did make it. They made it to where it got approved. I think it's already almost gonna be out. Yeah, I think so. So keep them separate. Like what's the word? So you would 100% not want a movie of a titled character that is a series. So like if it was a Hulk, you wouldn't want it to be a Hulk movie. You would want it to be a culmination movie, such as the Avengers of that nature kind of thing. Is that what I'm taking from that?
Disney's messing up. Like you said, Marvel, Tron, Star Wars. Star Wars in particular took a hard beating. Like Marvel's kind of coming back a little bit.
Okay, so Star Wars took a beating because it took away the person that is
the creator of it.
Okay, so
but they went off entirely.
Hold on, like that's what I'm trying to gather my thoughts here, guys. Like, so I don't get roasted too hard. Like,
well, you're not a Star Wars guy, so
that's what I was, so. But I'm to make a point of my story. So like, Disney messed up by in the Star Wars realm, right? So that's what you're saying. So what if they would have done what they have with Kevin Feige in Star Wars, which we're kind of mad about because they're influencing the movies that they're writing the storyline, but would have it ultimately helped guide this new era of Star Wars?
Oh, so basically keep Lucas on and have
him
have that would have been amazing.
You know what I mean? Like, but again, it goes back to keeping the tone. Like, would he have had too much of a say where y'all get burnt out? Like, or what is it needed? Is my question.
I think for the first
for a universe that someone sees and creates, is it needed to be a producer?
If he were to be involved in the first couple like projects, like the first couple years of projects, the writing of the first few stories, like TV series and the movies and everything, if he was involved in those, it would have given them a better direction, I think, rather than what I think Star Wars did, where they're like, well, we're gonna do Star Wars stuff, and we're going this way and that way, and don't forget up down diagonal.
Mandalorian, and then that was this.
Mandalorian was pretty cool though.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like story wise, it just started vomiting all the Andor, the Solo movie, and all that. So it just started just puking out stuff, like you know what I mean. So that's wild take. Did you see that? So they allowed an AI company to have the rights to their characters, but Joe Schmo can't print a Mickey Mouse shirt to make a few hundreds of dollars.
Technically, you can, as long as it doesn't go over a certain amount of profit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But they just gave a company, AI company, the rights to their characters. So now I own a subscription to ChatGPT AI or whatever that for AI, and I make me a film with Mickey Mouse. Can Disney sue me? You know what I mean?
Well, technically, since they're I don't know if they're gonna. Well, I think if it like puts Disney in like a bad light.
Who would do that with AI, and typing words in a prompt box?
But I think that's why they bought it too, because then they could control the narrative.
Disney stroking a Mickey Mouse stroking a cucumber, like this world is screwed if AI gets taken care of Disney. Like there's gonna be some obscene shit coming out. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So like I don't know, but that's so again. Back to what we were saying. So it is a good and bad thing to have Kevin Feige's and James Gunn's overlooking.
If you overlook too much, it's a bad thing. But if you don't know what you wanted to do with the universe or the places that you wanted to take this storyline, you have to have somebody like them in the driver's seat, at least for the first few projects, I think. To give you a guide.
So you stand by in the early years.
Yeah. But I feel like Gunn is, like I said, this next year is going to really develop whether or not he's able to do this. And then after that, if he decides to step back, it's going to be good for him. But if he doesn't, then it's going to be too much. But I kind of see where Wolvis is coming at too, like having separations with stuff like that, like the movies, TV shows, and all that stuff. Because thinking about Defenders would have been as good as a movie as it was as a series.
Too stressed out, I think.
It's just a little too much. I mean, as a movie, they'll be able to kind of touch it up and do whatever, but I think as it worked better as a series. But Wolvis, what about like
So how would you do iterations then?
like I think it would have to be more of a team up type thing. I don't know about how you do it. I think for me it would be like you have your storylines, your Superman storyline, or your like how okay we have lanterns right now. We have the lantern storyline, and I still wanted to go through all the lanterns, the lantern cores and everything. But you have your lantern storyline and everything, but you have your Hell Jordans, your oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name, Guy. You have Guy Gardner and everything. You could go ahead and have their storylines not influence a major movie, but you could take the character out and be like, "Hey, we need them for a team up." I think something like that might work better than like a whole storyline put into a movie.
I'm just trying to. So in a sense, we're talking about like James Gunn's Elseworlds,
Yeah,
because we will have all animation so far is in Elseworlds. So we apparently Brave and Bold is going to be animation Elseworlds.
Creatures Commando. You said
Mm,
all animation right there.
I did, but most. So then there's another one. I think they showed a few animated series that they popped up already that are already in production, and they're in Elseworlds. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're have free range with Harley Quinn. I think is in one of them. Batman, Batgirl is in one of them. But again, it's nothing core, related to the universe that we're in as far as DC.
Yeah.
So
I think
he's
it's
already, I guess, doing what you are asking in a sense. He owns the properties, and if you have a story that is intriguing to him and you bring it to him,
you're
you're
over
more than
there.
welcome to do it. You're just going to be in Elseworlds. You know what I mean? Like you're not to the main storyline.
It's a hard thing to balance with stuff like this too.
But am I wrong though? Like, so James Gunn is essentially doing that at the moment. Like,
What,
he,
like in the driver's seat or separating?
separating, like being able to allow these
Separate storylines to go through.
to go through and not have any correlation to his main storyline. You know what I mean? So he's creating a universe, but allowing the anyone in the world that if they can come up with a good story, they can come produce it in Elseworlds. You know what I mean?
Yes and no, because Elseworlds doesn't have any aspect of the people going to be in the main line, right?
Yes.
So if people love, let's say, the Batman that they have on there, he's not going to be the Batman for that. What I was saying was you have your TV series, they have their stories, but when it's time for a big like Justice League team up or something, or like something like that, you could pull that character, that Batman from that series, and pull him into the Justice League team up, but you're not going to have any series or any major storylines from Batman outside of the TV realm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well,
like,
that's what I was saying earlier. So it was the TV show to a movie, but it correlated. That's the only difference. Mine was like build up, build up, build up, sprinkle Flash, sprinkle Cyborg, Justice League, season 2, back to the build up, doing their own life, etc., etc., etc. And then another team up of Justice League
okay,
2. You know what I
but the
mean?
way you were saying it too, like with the Hulk, was you had the Hulk TV series into the World War Hulk.
That's what I'm saying. So y'all's is saying separate it.
Yeah.
But he's a cameo in a bigger picture. Like
yeah. So you don't have a World War Hulk movie; it's all strictly TV. And then when you need the Hulk to be in another thing, I think that's how it would be. Yeah, Elseworld, I don't think is going to be super huge. It might depend on what they do with it.
I think it will be for you guys, like for someone that wants to see an iteration.
Oh, like as true to the comics as possible.
Yeah, because we don't know. We no longer have to wait 15 years for the storyline to finish.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Elseworlds can just like put it out there, like run it in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really like the Killing Joke arc. You know, that would be a badass animation. Boom, it comes into Elseworlds. You know what I mean? Like someone drops the storyboard in front of James Gunn. He likes it. Produce it. You know what I mean? I don't have to wait till 15 years where this arc of the Justice League. I don't know. An arc with the Justice League, but nonetheless, this arc of Justice League to run its course for me to get a Killing Joke series. You know what I mean? Like, this is Elseworlds will allow me to enjoy you guys to enjoy the take of an arc in a comic prior to the main story arc finishing. You know what I mean? Like, at any point in time, it can just be written and it's like, oh shit, did you see DC writing, coming out with the Killing Joke series?
Yeah.
Like, well, no way. Like, how are they doing that if they're in the Flash storyline right now in the movies? You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. It's in the problem that Marvel's in right now. You know what I mean? Like, so I think Elseworlds will be more to you, to the comic lore people. And I think this whole universe thing is for the new gen of us that are just here for the ride, like here for this characters that we don't know, you know what I mean, that are being introduced to us, so.
He said it has a start. He's thinking about middle and end. I think story wise, I think the original Spider-Man trilogy is the best. I still feel Garfield is the better Spider-Man, and it had some pretty good villains in there and stuff for it. But I don't know. But I totally see what he's saying.
But then that ties into what you're saying.
What?
They're living their life. The Ghost Rider's doing his shit. He's killing demons, sending people to hell. He's needed. His particular skill set is needed in a big battle.
Yeah.
He comes in, does his thing,
and then goes back
and then goes to his thing. You know what I mean? That is essentially what he's saying, right? A beginning, a middle, and end, but there's no tie to a grander universe.
Mm-hmm.
But we essentially know that there is a grander universe, but we're just absorbing and loving the character for who it is.
Yeah.
Not for the sake of he's going to be an Avenger or he's going to be in the Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
He's going to, what he's saying.
There's no expectations of a sequel. And like he said for Patterson too, like everybody's expecting him to move on to there, but there's no real connection there now since it's an Elseworlds technically. I think it's a weird place to be in because you want to see those characters be in the movie to portray themselves in that. But then if you also don't want them to bleed into it and have like be overshadowed, I guess, as part of this team up, it's a weird place to balance it.
So I think then the safe way to balance it would be animation to live action. Like,
that's just so difficult.
Well, no, I'm saying like to separate it to where you guys can enjoy this character so much because it's animation, and then like Ben Affleck would be the perfect iteration for this Batman arc.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then okay, we get 3 to 8 years of animation Batmans and a storyline or whatever tending to you comic fans, and then someone comes up with a movie for Batman and the Joker or whatever, and this iteration of Batman, it would be really good to see whatever. Please help me out, Wolvis, whoever you want to see, right? And he comes in, and it was like, man, that iteration of Batman, it was badass really because good. It was, you know what I mean. Yeah, so to distinctly separate it from it would be like your fillers and your years of throughout years and series be animation, and then like you start hearing through the grapevines fan casting of a Batman for this arc, then a movie comes out, etc.
The only I think some people's issue with that would probably be one, some arcs they feel like should have a movie, and two, animation being able to change the Batman is going to throw people off from like point to point to point after a minute too, especially like with people that want to watch everything of it. You're like, you have one Batman for 2 to 3 years, then it's a different voice and everything too. But hold on. So, Willis, you would want like a standalone movie with hints of other people, but you don't want like a full on team up until or like
never.
Like you never want the team up, or is it just like you would want a couple of other movies of individual like standalone movies for a while,
because that honestly would be a different approach as well. Like
what? Oh, like a never
see the team up. Like you just go on a Hulk run, like literally just slap out series by after series after series of Hulk seasons. You know what I mean? Like, and again, a sprinkle, a cameo here and there, like but never.
Well, the way Wolves is saying it is like it's barely even a cameo. It's like it's something hinting in the background about it. It's not even like this fool just standing there. Yeah. Marvel's been kind of messy. Like
that's what I'm saying. It goes, that what he's saying is what I said earlier.
Yeah,
about the Spider-Man living in the not hearing any shit about Daredevil.
But then on top of that too, like outside of TV, not not being acknowledged in films, sometimes the films don't acknowledge other films, and I'm just like, you guys
10 movies to discuss about Tiamat sticking out of those.
Yeah, for real. Like, how many years was that in between? Like, you guys have this all here, and there's no discussion of it.
But it goes back to would you rather have that in series as opposed to movies and having to wait so long?
He like he said, he wants the movies and series separated. You have a TV. Like, I think okay. How about this? If we're gonna talk DC, I love Spawn, but some people don't know him. Some people don't care about him. But you could definitely do a Spawn TV series because he's not like, I don't know if he's as popular as like Batman. Mm-hmm. No, he's definitely not as popular as Batman.
Yeah,
but you have your big money hitter Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman as your movies, your little lesser known people as TV series coming in. But what was, I think, and I agree entirely with this one, is Marvel in the earlier days had 2-3 movie runs before you did a big collab. Now it's you got one movie, now a collaboration, and it just like some of them are even like a series and then a collaboration.
That was this run.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
because they did Winter Soldier and Falcon,
mhm.
and
Then Hawkeye.
And Hawkeye is the one that hasn't been built into the next movie.
Yeah, but the girl is supposed to be coming in, isn't she?
No, not that I know. Unless Young Avengers gets
yeah. But like same thing with Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel right into the Marvels. Like you don't have building up of this character. You don't have enough story behind the characters. And I kind of been saying that here and there too. Like give us more build on these stuff more, and then like I wouldn't mind a big like collaboration, but like they see the money and they know that this is the draw for everybody. That they'll if they eventually get there.
So then instead of a series and 2 seasons of Hulk to World War Hulk, he would want 3 Hulk movies leading into a World War Hulk movie.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Like you would have you would have a movie of the Hulk with the reason why he got exiled, then you would have Planet Hulk, then you would have then you could have like World War Hulk because there's 2 movies in between building up until that point.
Okay.
I think the Planet Hulk one for me is a personally good one because it's just like you have his stuff moving along into that final big old battle. Hold on. Fantastic Four? How was it a collab? Outside of Silver Surfer. Okay, Silver Surfer. Well, Silver Surfer was a villain in the beginning, so you had to have a villain. Deadpool 3 was a collab. Superman, I'll have to agree, that was a collab. Thunderbolts, that was meant to be a collab, though. Mm. And the Captain America movie definitely
Superman was a collab. How? With Green Lanterns and everything.
Yeah, you had the Justice Gang or whatever. Like it wasn't a standalone. Yeah. It wasn't a standalone Superman. Captain America movie wasn't, and that's another thing that pissed me off about the Brave New World. It wasn't a standalone Captain America movie. It was a freaking sequel of the Hulk movie from back when. I'm like, how are you going to give me a sequel to a movie that isn't even the title of this movie, and it's not even his technical story? Now you're like mixing him into this. Yeah, see. Woo! So Superman definitely a team up. I want to know why Fantastic Four was technically a collab, because Fantastic Four, they never really had any individual stuff. They were always been together. In the comics and everything, it was always the 4 of them.
Yeah, Wolvis. How is it a collab? Tell me. I want to know. Let's see, but yeah, guys, we're in for a rude awakening, guys. Because now check this out. Again, we just need one man like James Gunn sitting on Marvel Studios' Facebook page. And just shutting down some rumors, man. Like literally, I sent it to Emmanuel. Let me see if I can see the photos I sent to Emmanuel. Like complimenting James Gunn because we need it. We need it in the Marvel world. So it shows a picture of like Green Lantern with the ring and Hal Jordan looking at it or whatever, and then this fan was like, "Hey, sorry to bother you before a holiday." He's like, "But are these real? I don't want to get too excited." Tags James Gunn, right? James Gunn immediately like, "Nope, that's AI."
Yeah.
Done. Shut. Close the book. All right, cool. Like I can enjoy my turkey, not thinking that I'm about to see Hal Jordan staring at a ring. You know what I mean? Like so. Marvel's rumors just keep on going. Just it may be, may not be. Like so, we were talking earlier. Gonna come out on the Fire and Ash thing. 4 different trailers, right? Okay, so then with those 4 different trailers, they are predicted to have 1 teaser trailer on December 18th, 1 teaser trailer on December 25th, 1 teaser trailer on January 1st, and one teaser trailer on January 8th. Nothing does it say that it's going to come out,
for Fire and Ash.
For Fire and Ash.
Oh my gosh!
But at the same time, there's a rumor that says that all teaser trailers are only going to be cinematically released. There is not going to be one that will be streamed online. So what is true? I don't know. Disney just doesn't have the time for us, guys. Like, they do not have, Marvel does not have the time to let us know officially, that is going to have. They even, I think, sprinkled some photos of Fantastic Four saying that we're going to be on time, December or something, on time or something like that. And everybody's like, oh shit, that means they're going to drop a trailer. Did Marvel say that they did or not? No, they just dropped that photo with that caption. You know what I mean? Just throwing gasoline on the fire, watching us burn.
They can't all be right.
Dude.
Oh,
no one now can say they're not in a movie thanks to Andrew Garfield. You know what I mean?
It's true. Who else did that though? They I don't know what you guys are talking about, but ended up being in a film.
I know what you're talking about too.
But yeah, dude, the rumors and stuff for it's fun to talk about them. It's just the only thing,
and it doesn't help. This AI shit.
Oh yeah, no, the AI just done messed it up
hard. Wolvis sent me a video. It looks phenomenal. It looks la fucking jit. Pardon my French, but geez, but you have to sit there and be like, this is AI. This has no cinematic feel. It's too dry. Too dry. Yeah, too dry. But yeah, especially now with AI, everyone and their mom was like, oh, watch this trailer. Oh, the new teaser for Doomsday. And
that's why sometimes when a trailer drops or something, I'm not sure if it's true, I go to the page of the
Marvel Studios
or Disney or Warner Brothers. I'm like, I need to go to theirs.
That I do too. Let me check my sources. Then I go to the actual pages.
What did you hear about Jean Grey? Because I don't know about that one. Have you heard anything about Jean Grey?
So apparently Sadie Sink again, and I stand by her with her comment because she's like, they act like I can't dye my hair or wear a wig, which is true. So again, her character is apparently now going to be a Jean Grey in the Spider-Man Brand New Day. So where she fits into Spider-Man's story, you have to be the one to tell me.
Hold on, wait,
I think that's why he's concerned. Is because,
I'm confused though. Was she in another Spider-Man thing?
No. And I've already heard rumors that we're gonna get the.
Are you talking about
the hand?
Mary Jane?
The hairy hand. The hairy hand. I didn't even know why Harry was in my thought process, but we're getting the hand. Is it the hand or the foot? The foot is Turtles, right? Yeah. Apparently, that was a mock of Daredevil completely. I didn't know Teenage Mutant Turtles, so literally,
it was Daredevil that created the Turtles. So.
That's what it said. Canonically, is that the word? Canonically, But we talked about that because we were wondering, does they choose what their money makers in comics are? So do they go look at the me and you talked about it. Remember, that's why they've done the Phoenix because that is the biggest run in the X-Men, comic line. So I feel
I don't understand. Okay, I kind of understand because. See, this is where the whole interconnectivity works. You have Punisher, Daredevil, Spider-Man, and X-Men alone based in New York. So Jean Grey coming across Spider-Man, I guess, doing whatever. because she could pass as a normal person. Doing like whatever is kind of like okay, like I could see them introducing her. But yeah, they've done ruined the Phoenix storyline twice. Mm-hmm. And horribly, I might add. They didn't just ruin it, like,
but it wasn't a whole universe revolved around that. So the whole next era is gonna be.
One of them was
technically it was a universe, but 3 movies, to a 15-year run, is a lot different, more complex in 15 years. So maybe they can stretch out the Phoenix storyline in the mutant interstellar era that we're going to be getting in the next, startup. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Like, I see what you're saying, but then what was saying too about the Phoenix being a big part of Avengers versus X-Men was a big thing. Like Avengers were like, she is a threat, and X-Men were going to try to defend Jean. So that's why that whole big fight happened. So if you're going to have a fight like that in Doomsday, you're technically saying that they're aware of this threat before it even pops up.
Does that threat happen during the time of Secret Wars and Doomsday?
It depends on when the comic wants it to happen at this point.
Ooh, I got the goosebumps.
Yeah. X-Men, like I think at one point he did say like he was part of the X-Men because I think he thought he was, or no, he didn't think he was a mutant. Some of the mutants thought he was a mutant, but he got his powers outside. So that's a weird place to put
Jean.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. She's got a lot of rumors. She was even like apparently gonna be Punisher's sidekick. Whoever Punisher's sidekick was, like,
oh, Sadie Sink.
Yeah, Sadie Sink was supposed to be Punisher's sidekick. Let me see. Kit Harington will reportedly return as Dane Whitman in The Blade and on Midnight Suns. Again, just another rumor out there, Take it with a grain of salt. Well, that's why I just said it nonchalantly, because if it pops up, you can just say, hey, did David say something about that randomly? Like, let's see.
I mean, I don't know what were they complaining about Sadie Sink's hair not being red enough or something? Because you said something about dyeing it, or
that's what she was saying. Like, so she's saying, like, Fancaster saying that she's MJ because MJ has red hair.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So MJ has red hair that she can't dye her hair, to be a different color. Like, like people just need to realize that she could be someone else.
Yeah, yeah.
So, they were saying that this one, she was this chick.
Microchip.
So,
I mean,
so again,
it all depends on what they want. We don't know her role yet. It's hard to say. I
wouldn't mind her. I'm about to say, I'm glad that we don't. It goes back to the anonymity of things. Like we are so want to know everything's generation, due to social media, like that we, I think, take the fun out of it. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, wanting to know these things, like, I'm just completely fine. Like, once I see it in theaters, just being ecstatic. Like, and again, that's what we're getting as far as, like, we're definitely getting a storyline with Cyclops. I don't know how deep of a story they're going with Gambit and Psylocke, but we read that the next era of things will follow heavily on the Cyclops family,
the Summers family,
the Summers family.
Yeah,
so
Wolvis was the one saying that last time, I think too. Now, the only thing I have to say with that is about it being the younger version. She is 23, but there's nothing saying that she can't play like a 30-year-old. You know, she could just look younger.
mm-hmm.
Like they could, if anything,
they could spin it that way.
Yeah, like she looks.
But again, I think the young route is the right way to go if we're going 12, 15 years in the future.
I think if they're gonna bring X-Men in so early, considering the X-Men are supposed to be a big part of the future of the MCU, like you said, these have to be characters they're willing to kill. Really, like half of the X-Men that we know are in there are the older versions,
so they're gonna
kill them off, and then when the MCU restarts, they're gonna be brand new. Which is why I think Sadie Sink would actually be a decent Jean, because if you kill her, you bring her back, she's still Phoenix. Still the same age and everything. And having her play like a, let's say she's not even 30, like let's say they make her like 27 in the movies. Mm-hmm. Still looking young, still fits the category for her. Because you can't kill a Phoenix. Mm-hmm. But also...
I learned that on One Punch Man.
Dude, that was great. Dude, that's a fight I wanted to see.
That dude's a freaking beast, dude. Like.
But I don't think they technically have to go with a younger version of them. They could like age them up. They just don't. They don't have to show them like intimate or nothing.
But again, it goes back to: do you not think that that's the right move because of the length between movies? Like again, what we're going through, what we were saying about Airbender and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Like having them young in the story would fit their overall arc because they're growing with the arc, you know what I mean? Like,
definitely with something like this, if you have...
So put them as 30, like you're saying, because then
they get an age
as they age with the character in a sense.
Yeah. I think that would be pretty good. You think Scott's gonna make it all the way to Secret Wars? Maybe. They actually might have a few of them. They might actually have a handful of of X-Men going through. But Yosemite Sam.
Yes. But man, I'm excited for you guys. Again, like I'm seeing these rumors and I'm so burnt out, guys. Like y'all have no idea. Just reading them don't even get me excited no more. Like I'm just reading them. I'm like, we'll see. That's how bad it is. Like, no, swear to God, like, because I used to screenshot them religiously for the show. Yes. Now I'm mad that I don't screenshot it because like they're so outrageous now. It's just so I'm just like. Right, okay, like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. in his face, right, like, scroll through, like, oh my God, it's just so saturated out there.
How many X-Men do we know? Nightcrawler, Beast, Cyclops, Magneto, Xavier, Mystique?
Yes, she is.
Okay, Mystique. Any others that we know confirmed?
That is all of the original.
Okay, so now Sadie Sink could possibly be in there
because they didn't name drop Jean Grey's original character, and they did not name drop anyone else. Even from the Deadpool's X-Men, they didn't name drop them.
Okay, so of those 6, you think only Scott's gonna make it? I would love to put Mystique in there though, because Mystique technically
is the reason for the Sentinels.
No,
right? Mm-hmm. Damn futures past.
I want to punch you for bringing that up right now.
Did it not happen in the movie?
That was wrong. How does changing physically allow you to get the powers of the person that you're getting? You know who has that power? Rogue.
They took the DNA of the wrong.
Yes. Y'all did him dirty only because Mystique was such a decent character and everybody loved her. And then what's her name was playing Mystique?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes, and everybody's like, "Oh, she's beautiful. Let's cast her and everything, and like, let's make her the main reason." This and that. No,
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
Thank you. She looked good as Mystique, but no, she was a terrible actress for it. What's her name that played her originally was amazing.
She's the one that's coming back. So
yeah, I think I said Beast.
Yeah, Beast is in it too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gambit's confirmed in it too. Mm-hmm. They'll kill. Oh, I hope they don't kill him off. That'll be awesome to actually have him. Although I wish his voice acting is a little bit better. Not
apparently it's not as thick.
Okay.
Reportedly. I'm telling you, like, they do not have that chair has dust. That room is probably the storage room of Marvel Studios. No one sits there. The phone is dry. Like, they need to have someone literally sitting there, just like, not real. False. Yeah. Like, I don't know what to do.
Or but like at least seed a couple that you could be believable.
Just okay, pump, okay. Pump out some semi, true stuff, like, and get those going instead of the wild rumors that are out there. Like, okay, I see it. But no, I need to send you the video that Wolf is sent. Oh no, you can see it. Yeah. It is intense. Yeah. I was like, yo, my goodness.
Like somebody made a fan made version of
Doctor Strange
Solo Leveling. Versus the Ant. They made
live action.
Yeah,
no way.
It looked pretty good though. Dude. But okay, I could definitely see what you're saying though, Wolvis, about them keeping Cyclops to protect her in Secret Wars. Then he dies, saving her. She gets into the new timeline or whatever, and then she meets the Scott of that timeline. And then of course all the audience is like, "See, their love story is real. Oh my gosh, everybody loves it." I don't like it, but yeah, I could see it.
Where it goes. Beast is gonna have something to do with the incursions, that for sure.
Oh yeah,
like he's gonna be crossing paths with Doctor Strange, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be extremely cool. How would you feel about that? That would be amazing. I would love to have Wolverine actually like
Berserker mode.
Yes, because his Berserker mode in Logan was really cool, but he was like
aged.
Yeah, he was aged. Now you get Berserker mode of a like base. You don't have anything outside of Prime Wolverine, so that would be pretty freaking awesome. And then him like actually being that like reconciliation in him being like, they are alive. I didn't fail everything. Like every timeline out there.
And then to die because he met him.
Yes.
Like, has he not been through enough? Nope. Wolverine never. Wolverine's never been through enough.
I would love a Wolverine series of him, like of every era he's like actually been through. So you give me the Civil War, World War I, World War II, with him teamed up with Captain America.
But are there comic runs like that?
Yeah, okay. Like, well, yes and no. There's some comic runs specifically tied to that, and then there's other ones that kind of just cover
that
over.
Would be a dope series.
That would be a dope series.
Like literally, a time traveling Wolverine series of all
his time around
his areas, like.
That is true. We did get confirmed that they have all share scenes together, huh? The only thing with that
by accident.
It's only
they already fired him.
The only thing with that though is you're leading to the Illuminati, which is supposed to be like the world's greatest minds. You don't have Black Panther unless we find some way to get him back in there. It'd be pretty interesting because if they go the Illuminati route, they could technically lead to a Planet Hulk route, and that'll be pretty interesting to see for me because I like Hulk. But yeah, like scientifically, I do not want Shuri being like, "Why didn't you guys think about this? Oh my gosh, you guys are so stupid." Well, you had the technology we didn't have. We didn't think like that because we don't know what you know.
Oh, so you were mad that she was dissing on the human race with the
Shuri's
technology?
human. Yeah, the X-Men Origins movie was bad. But I mean,
Why did they ruin it? I was like, why would they not expand on it?
well, because people didn't
So
like
bad that it was good. You know what I mean?
No, it was so bad that it deserved not to be made. But thank you. Thank you. Some people are like, well, they're tired of all the smart guys and they needed a smart woman. I was like, dude, they can have a smart woman that doesn't bash on the guys because they didn't have the technology and access to the stuff that she did had. Like now you're just making it like almost into a feminist thing, and that was not necessary. But did they cast a new Black Panther? You would know.
No, I didn't.
You haven't heard anything about it?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Oh, okay.
That was the first I've heard of it. Whatever.
We need insider people. Damn it. We need to start. We need to win the lottery.
We need a confirmer. Like first and foremost, a confirmer. Like because why does that comment there? He read an article that said that a Black Panther was casted, and if there was someone at Marvel that said false, he would have never thought of that comment. He would have never wrote that comment.
But at the same time, it makes you think, hey, they are.
Was it the scene that the Marvel guy posted?
Yeah. Now everybody's talking about that. But you could actually have planted an actual Black Panther, have an actual actor ready for it, but give out like 3 different wrong ones so they don't get the right one.
But then that'll be a backfire because what if everyone like chooses B and sees the character? Everyone loves B, guys. What do? We already made the series with C. Like
he's already in it.
Yeah, he's already
just CGI his face onto him.
Oh man, but yeah, like
yeah, no, I would love Illuminati scene with all the brightest minds and everything together.
I love what I read the other day. Like we're about to go into the realms, if they do not plan to fix it, the biggest plot hole in cinematic history.
Which one?
Kang. Like, what the F happened to the Council of Kangs? Like they screwed themselves when they tied all the Lokis to one character, one actor, and now again, so they either answer it, they all die some way, some form at the beginning, like Doom takes them out, or 2, just don't resolve it. We do not speak of that ending, like that ending credit scene. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't even put it past them that they would go to Loki season to take it out. Like,
true.
You know what I mean? Like it's their property. I wouldn't assume them not to go to the series and just take that scene out because it is. Oh, it was on Ant-Man. Nope. So it's out there. It's out there. I was about to say I thought it was on the Loki season. No, it's on Ant-Man. Yep. So you going political in that one, man. You going deep.
Is he tied to Black Panther 3?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been so
rumored. Well,
let me check his IMDb already.
You should just to see if this rumor went that far that they've already changed the IMDb. Like,
imagine. Dude, I was saying that the whole time. I was so pissed that they did him dirty because he was supposed to be at that point. That was the Kang, like the Conqueror.
Yes, and it didn't help that the commercial that they kept showing were, "Oh, are you the one that carries the hammer?" Like completely intimidating. I've already killed you guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then to get taken out by ants. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, it made me so mad.
What are we doing here? Like, how are you gonna preview that commercial all the way up until the debut of that film and it be taken out by ants? Like,
that was my thing. I hated that movie because of that. I was like, how? And then you were trying to defend it for a minute. You're like, well, he got into a fight and everything. I was like, you're talking about Kang the Conqueror. It's not any other Kang. It's the Conqueror Kang. And he got taken out because his little wristwatchy thing was broken and he couldn't like create a force field around himself and got taken out by ants. And I was just like, dude, like, this is not right. Like, this is not. And then you told me about an article that you read later on about how that wasn't the Conqueror Kang and that he's supposed to be coming later. I was like,
the whole movie, I remember that article.
Oh, that made me so mad. Oh, okay. So they do have him tied to Black Panther 3.
He said he's definitely in it. So he's in there?
Yeah, it says upcoming movies, Black Panther 3.
He helped Chadwick a lot as a youngster, so pretty sure he's doing it for both him. Man, jeez.
Yeah, no. Especially, like, I would love for Kendrick to come back and do the music again, because the first was
Drake.
really... I'm going to punch you. And I think too, like I have to agree with him that level of respect and everything with Denzel doing it, and almost like a handing of the torch, where when Denzel's character eventually passes away and gives it to the T'Challa on that point, they're gonna be like, well, people are gonna be like, it was Denzel doing it, not it was, T'Challa's dad doing it. It was Denzel.
Yeah,
the same way they look at Angela Bassett and they're like, no, Angela's freaking T'Challa's mom and everything. Although she was clean in every movie she's done, she's great.
He said Kendrick for sure.
Dude, that soundtrack was amazing, dude. He did really good.
Not Drake. I want to see what he can do. I need a new approach. I need a new approach, guys. He's already did 3 or 2. Can't come back for another 2 more.
No, I need it.
But it was a good soundtrack.
Yeah,
touche. It was. I cannot argue.
Dude, that first Black Panther soundtrack was, you could like listen to almost all of them back to back. Yeah. Yeah, like it just, like, people see the character, but they don't like, they'll see the actor, they won't see the character.
He's such a dad-like figure character that it just it works.
Yeah, it really does fit.
Like it'll fit just fine. I think you're 100% hitting that on now. Like, he is an OG. He is respected in the community, so they're in a sense gonna see the character. But they're gonna see it again, Denzel, you know. Yeah. And then the press tour will be, him hyping him up as an actor,
which is what you would need too, because like he was saying, you need somebody to kind of bring that weight to it. And like you said, him hyping up as an actor, everybody's gonna be like, okay, this guy's gonna be the next big hit. We're gonna believe in him. Boseman was amazing. You're gonna live up to that, but at the same time, you have a stamp of approval from one of the highest freaking well-liked actors around too, so that is true. We don't know anything else about it. Like, I want to know though, real quick too. Like, I don't know how you would feel about it, but having Bassett come back as the mom, even in the alternate timeline, I would like it too, because she was so good in there. She was so good.
Wipe it all clean. We can't keep some people, man.
What are you talking about? They're keeping some people from Secret Wars over there. No,
Who they keeping other than Tom Holland? Tom Holland's the only one going over.
going to be the one transferring from Phoenix to
Y'all are assuming.
We can almost put money on this.
Y'all are assuming. As simple as her hair changing colors, they could kill her off in Brand New Day in the first scene. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because they can't get killed. They got Kamala Khan. I'm gonna say Kamala Khan's in Secret Wars.
But he was talking about Doomsday right now. Not Doomsday.
TV guy is not in Doomsday. In Doomsday.
Yeah.
They're going to be in the second one.
They're probably going to be in the second one.
Yeah, they won't. They're not on this one.
Maybe not Agatha as much, though.
Because they're granted, they have not discussed a lot about Doomsday or about Wonder Man, but there are already some pretty good leaks about it, saying that
being in the next one,
you know, he's strong. He's a incredibly strong character in the comics. So they're
I can understand Wonder Man not being in Doomsday either because he hasn't even officially got out yet. So,
so I have no idea, but no, I think they're saving them for that second drop, and then that too. You cannot trust Disney. We've been waiting. There was a rumor saying that the second round of announcements was coming out. That was what that Fantastic Four post was about. It was a Fantastic Four at this day. You were right on the dot, whatever. Yeah. And everyone was like, "Oh, they're about to reveal the second, round of castings." Yeah, it never happened. Never trusted it. Now that phone has not. That channel does not get used. Last logged in last year on whatever movie came out. Like last logged in when Fantastic Four came in. Like all the other stuff has not been confirmed or got denied. Like
you didn't like Agatha all along.
That's one he actually liked.
I enjoyed it. It was pretty. It was pretty. The ending was a little, but it was pretty
lackluster.
Good. Yeah. But yeah, I don't see Agatha moving into any of the movies after this at all.
Well, isn't there that whole thing where she's a mentor in the astral plane?
Yeah, but we're talking about movie. You don't have to have a mentor in a movie.
Vision Quest?
I can see it, but that's a TV series, not a movie. You know what? We have differences of opinions, but we could all agree that some people don't deserve to go to movies. And Agatha, I think at this point, doesn't deserve to go into the movie.
But she had a good show?
She had a decent run.
Okay. I was like, instigator here? Say it again. 2 other witches in that scene, true.
In what series? The Agatha series? Well, I'll go the easy route, and you got Wiccan.
I was gonna say that's the only one I know. That's the only one I know.
Technically, Lady Death is both death, but was also a witch. So Rio.
How did you remember her name?
Rio?
Mm-hmm.
It was easy enough. Oh. But I know
I have to reference it to a movie for me to remember it.
Oh no, Rio is easy enough for me to remember. But I can't remember the other two like off the top of my head. I know them, I just don't know their names. I'm horrible with names though, so. Yeah,
Wolvis. Horrible names. I don't remember what I ate for lunch, what it was called.
He said it looked like a hamburger, but I don't know where I got it from.
it had lettuce, baby. But no, as soon as he said 2 witches, I was like, nope, can't win that one. Cop out. So aggressive. But
I am actually trying to remember the names of some of them, but I can't.
Because I was about to say, because I heard something about the other witch, the potions one,
that she's related to Ghost Rider,
right? Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I think this was before your time too, Wolvis. We did cover the show on this show, so you would have been talking shit the whole time we were discussing the show. So Go comment on the videos. Get our videos up.
I don't think we have those videos up on YouTube.
I think that's where I finished off. Was that that series was my last videos out. So, but yeah, we did talk about that chick's powers being related, or she being related to Ghost Rider
and all that. Yeah.
So, and she flew away. She lived.
She did fly away.
Yep. She lived.
I'm trying for the life of me to remember what's her name.
Get him those names, goddammit.
No, because one of the ones I really liked was the one with the girl that was like out of time, where she could see the future and stuff. That was her whole thing. Like, I liked her whole arc in there. I can't remember the name, but it is what it is. I can remember the song, but I can't remember the name.
Martha. Really, I think that just came up in my mind, but I really want to say it.
Now you're looking.
I was like, I will look up these characters.
He'll look them up for me. I refuse to.
That is funny.
No, I think it started with an L. He said he would have been terrible during that time. Probably, but at the same time, it would have been fun just to hear everybody's view. It started with an L.
Yeah, Lilia.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lily, but I didn't know if it was
and
Jennifer,
and Alice.
Oh yes, Alice. Yeah, the one with the mom that died,
and Mrs. Hart. Ooh.
Oh man, yeah.
To keep it so good throughout the whole series, every time they gave her the right name, they're like, "Ooh." What did you like without it?
Without what? I'm confused right now. I think he meant about it.
Maybe. What did you like about it? I enjoyed the sorcery. It was the fact that they were changing timelines, or like they had like different wardrobes for every episode, because they were doing the tests or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were coming into each test, I like the distinction of each episode being it's like own trauma to someone's past
and everything.
So I didn't like how easy they overcame the
those
challenges.
were super easy.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that they.
Oh, yeah, I was right.
That they were able to overcome the challenge.
So easy too.
So
yeah,
that was
I think the hardest challenge originally was the first one,
the fire one, right?
No, the water one, having to create the potion, because the fire one they just had to sing the song, and then what was after that? Oh, the other one where they had to fight the Agatha's mom. Like she took over the body and stuff. Then after that, it was the girl the tarot. I like the tarot. The tarot was pretty cool. The tarot one was nice. Yeah. Okay, I'll agree with you that there was no villain. Like the villain was non-existent. Technically, at the end of it, she was her own villain. Like, I think that was the whole point of that thing. Like, she made everybody against her, so that way she could absorb their powers, become stronger, and whatnot. And she hated death because of it, for taking the child. But she fell in love with death, which is why they had the child in the first place. Like, the story wasn't the greatest, but I think some of the acting for it was really good, and the like how you were saying, like the changing and through the decades.
I see what you're saying. Like, it was a fan service series.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Everyone loved it because of the song, Agatha all along, and she was able to get her spinoff.
Yeah,
Again, because they were banking on the likeliness of she was so popular in this series
that she's gonna be able to.
But that's the wilder thing. How do you get your own series from a series? Like, you get it from a movie, you'll get it from like a character from a mainstream. getting
Yeah.
his own
But she did
movie.
so well on her acting portion of that, and some of the fans liked her from the comics and stuff. But I think the thing that like I will probably like the most. I think the thing I liked the most about that whole series was that the whole series was a spin on itself too. But it was Agatha all along with her creating the Witch's Road to steal power out of pain. It was her pain of losing her child and everything, and she thinks that stealing the power would make her strong enough to probably get him back. But you find out at the very end that she was the one that created it. She was the one that did it, and all the little twists and turns along the way of that revealed like
I
she knew
thought he
that
made it.
she
Wiccan
made the song,
but Wiccan made it
made it
real.
real, which is why she realized that he was tied to Scarlet. She like the moment that popped up, she's like, now I get why this is going on. It like started connecting for her. And she's like, I know the song's fake. Nobody else knows this crap. Like it's all me. Like I just need the ability to get powered up again. Like let's go. And it was I kind of like that whole like little thing for her. Like it was just like it was all a play for her. But then she gave herself up to save Wiccan at the end and whatnot. And it was just like she kind of like saw him like as a child, like her child again. I guess she wanted that connection again. But I really did like how it was like you go back through her archive of it was all for her power, and it was her pain that made her attack other witches and trying to get her son back from death.
Oh,
Uh,
and it is. I think I even like shocked you with that, like that it was a trilogy, and you're like,
Yeah,
"What the fuck? A trilogy?
yeah,
The continuation? What are you talking about?" And you
yeah,
answered your own question. He's like, "Don't tell me Agatha." And I was like, "Yo,
yeah.
Agatha." And I was like, "So, apparently, it's in this. It's in this universe.
Apparently,
Wiccan, not Wiccan. The other one,
Speed
Speed, is supposedly to make an appearance,
in
and
that. Yeah,
and we're getting answers to all these different things. I mean, that were kind of like left in on Agatha and on
and
Wanda.
Wanda. Yeah,
So the synopsis was he's now the new Vision with the memories of the Vision, and he's going to seek answers. And so he's looking for Wiccan, Speed, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna get a run in with the sword,
I
I
don't know
think,
how well that's
again. But
gonna go. I really don't know how well they're gonna be able to pull that off. That story is a little weird for me, but I don't know.
it's it's weird that it's coming back so long. Like,
That is true. It's been
homie flew
forever.
away. Like, with Marvel's time, like it bothers me, bro. Like, but even worse, like I wish they would even like just show me, um, Wanda fighting Agatha, and then when he flies off, boom, he lands, and then the story takes off. Then I can like put it in my head. Okay, it's right after Wanda.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna just drop us
Right into
somewhere
the
with
middle of it.
with Vision somewhere doing something,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna not know any idea how long it's been that that he flew away from West Haven. West Haven. So.
Yeah. I can't defend that, but at the same time, I have to agree with him at the end. Like, You could have, for like on your point too, for how long it is between these, you could have left it. It didn't have to happen. Like none of this.
No one cares no more.
Like none of it matters. Especially right now that they're about a reboot. What does it matter?
Yeah, why did you spend millions of dollars to write the series and make it? Like, you know, when...
Dude, that is true.
And I'm down too. I was gonna say, if you didn't put that statement, I would have been like, I'm down. Like, I don't care at this point. We got Mordor. We got all. I think that's the main one that sticks with me because I was a Doctor Strange fan.
Yeah,
you know, like all these just open ends to who knows. Like again, I don't care. I feel like we're gonna get an answer, and we're not gonna like the answer of the symbiote in the MCU 616. So we're gonna get that answer, but we're not gonna like that answer. Mordor is one of them.
Dormammu is another.
Dormammu is another one. No, apparently we're gonna get an answer to that one. The Doctor Strange is gonna be fighting in the moment of fighting the incursions with Clea in Doomsday. That they said that's part of the synapses. I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm down. Just leave it as is.
Just start over.
Just leave it as is. The arm can't be reattached. Like, you know, strap the belt tighter and, you know, stop the bleeding, you know, so the best we can do.
Yeah, at this point.
So, but no, I agree. Just leave it. I'm down. Leave it as is. Don't bring it up again. Or bring it up for what we could have had. And that's all chock full of villains included into that as well. Like what could have been with all these villains. But when we get the new era after Secret Wars, I think we just need to forget it. Like we need to don't reimagine.
Deneuralize
yeah,
for everyone.
do not reimagine. Do not ask. Do not say, Robert Downey Jr. did Tony Stark the best. If we get a new Tony Stark, just let it ride. Like they casted a new guy, we're getting a new Iron Man. Like, you know, so
yeah, I could see him doing that, like rehashing a character, but making them new versions or something. So we're like,
that's what I'm saying, because we are going to get a new Captain America. That's what I was just finishing on my last statement. Was like, when we get them, don't compare them.
Yeah,
like we're in this new universe now. Like, shut up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we are done. This is it. This is the new one. This is the next 30 years. This is the new definitive. Yeah, this is the next 30 years, guys. So shut the fuck up. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Like, you know, if so and so is casted as Robert Downey Jr. or as Iron Man, goddamn, like so synonymous, but as Iron Man, like, you know, then boom, there it is. That's Tony Stark for the next 30 years or whatever, you know. So but that's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so
that Supergirl trailer was interesting, but that Lobo was like a second out of like a minute long.
But again, you got excited. People took the time to lighten up the photo to get a better video. Like, you know what I mean? So granted, it was a second. We had those motherfuckers that are like click, 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 stop, light, this, like the professional shit, zoom in, like I didn't even know it was a cigar. I thought it was a red necklace, and then I found out I was like, this motherfucker was smoking a cigar. Like,
I guess if you know Lobo, you would have.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I should have known, but I was like, "What is that red dot? That's so cool!" It was a cigar, like.
Makes it through past Secret Wars, you mean? Like, what characters are going to be able to go through? I don't want them to not do Daredevil anymore, but supposedly they have him contracted for a few things for a few years, so he might make it through.
Yeah, I think so. Because again, I think he's or they're already set to start season 3.
Yeah, so they have to have it passed. Well, season Doomsday. 3 could, at least Doomsday. We don't know about Secret Wars.
Yeah. So. So that's what I'm saying. So you are right. There is a possibility, but I think it will.
Daredevil probably make it through. if Jean Grey is introduced, then Jean Grey makes it through.
That's it, man.
Ooh, that's a good take.
Depending on the age of where you are at in the arc, like.
Well, I wouldn't mind an older Daredevil either.
But can he go 20 more years?
Oh,
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, Sadie Sink, Tom Holland, all these
the
can go for
Kamala,
another,
I would want Kamala to make it through. I feel like she's great.
Yeah, Kamala, like, these characters that can, like, grow with the character,
That is true. Like, that brings us an entirely different perspective on it, too. Like, do you want
clean to reboot grow with the characters? I know, I'm saying legit clean ass reboot. No Mark Ruffalo. No possibility of Tony Stark making an appearance. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. making an appearance. So no fucking one. Not a soul from the universe before appear in these future ones.
So at that point, you're recasting Spider-Man. You're recasting Daredevil. You're recasting.
Oh, right. Okay. You said you're right. So with the exception of what we just mentioned, the younger ones that we can make pass through. You know what I mean? Like, but all the original from the main three, you know what I mean? Like, none of them. I would be fine with, like, how they did it with the Hulk, where they brought, like,
a new character.
No. They brought, it was it was the one the not the new Hulk, no, the newest Hulk one, not the Scott Lang, where they had what's the bodybuilder that was the original Hulk? Lou DiMaggio, Ferrigno, yeah. They had him do, like, a cameo where he walked by. That I would take a Robert Downey Jr. walking in the background in a Tony Stark scene, or whatever. Be like him coming up to him, being like, "Hey, nice suit, man," or something like that. You know what I mean? Cool, but don't put him in the universe. Don't give us the idea that he's a variant and he's a this or that. Like, no, just clean cut, dry, new actors, new actresses. Besides the young ones that can
I wouldn't
grow,
mind at least one or two older people getting in as the mentor types to be there, and then their character dies off knowing that they passed on some information.
Okay. Like Ant-Man to the new Ant-Man in a way,
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So
that'll be interesting to see. I don't know if they'll do it though, because Sony wants money, and Spider-Man is one of their bigger characters.
Yeah, we won't. Anything heavy that has to do with Spider-Man is out the window.
Yeah, because Sony's not going to want to get rid of certain aspects or do certain things unless they're for sure going to.
Spider-Man is 100% one that we cannot throw just wild ideas. It has to be a heavy hitter and
beneficial for Sony.
For Sony, because it still blows my mind. Marvel owns animated Spider-Man, but anything live
action has to be Sony. Yep,
and Sony. It's crazy. Paving them away for Miles. So is Miles?
It's still Spider-Man though. The Spider-Man name is what the Sony has.
No. Peter Parker. What if it's the actual name of the character in the character?
So Peter Parker Spider-Man, not Miles Morales Spider-Man. I think Sony umbrellaed it as Spider-Man.
Damn, that would be freaking.
If you
can loophole the fact that
would be great. That would be great.
Then they can free range the Miles Morales story all they want in the MCU. You know what I mean? Like, so, but we are on it. We went. Like I said, what is going on right now? Like,
we went all over the place with this one.
Like, what is going on in the world right now? Like, and
Logan was great.
Yeah, and see, I think Tom Holland is in that passion of the same sense. Like, I'll do it as long as they need me to. You know what I mean? Like,
but when it's time to pass it,
I'll know when it's to pass it.
Yeah.
And then I think John Cena's, like, I would hope that they put it in, like, John Cena's perspective is like how he did his retirement from wrestling. Like, he gave it all he can, and now he's like in his interviews is saying like, "Yo, I didn't want to go past when I couldn't give 100%." You know what I mean? So I think that's when they should like ultimately know like, hey, I'm done. I'm I'm about to pass it on to this next guy.
The next one,
and I'm excited again, not knowing actors like Wolvis, how deep and what their filmograph is, but I'm excited for the Logan moment. I'm excited for the moment of a passing of a torch to a new Logan to like spread his wings because we've been locked in on one Logan for 30 plus years already. Like, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be exciting, and that's why I'm saying just a clean reboot. Like, but I like your mentor idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like at least one or two, especially with certain ones that need
universes.
To be taught.
Yeah. But Spider-Man, unfortunately, Wolvis will never.
Probably not.
We will never get a cool story, or we won't be able to elaborate without Sony having some type of say in it. Unfortunately, so that until that property is sold, we will eliminate. We'll limit the possibilities of what could happen with Spider-Man. Like, so. Typed an essay tonight.
No, for real. Yeah, he did. We hit 100 comments just because of you, basically.
Not one other comment came from any other source. Like,
Well, there was that one random one about soccer from Twitch.
Oh, for real? I didn't see that.
We definitely need to do that because especially if you're already getting booked up for the year and everything for whatnot. Yeah. We'll have to figure something out.
We I started, like I said, messaging him, today. I was like, I even asked if he was gonna join the show. I was like, you gonna join on today? Because we missed him the last show. And then it didn't help that we didn't come on for 2 weeks.
2 weeks after.
So it's been a minute. So but yeah, dude, we need to make it happen. This was the episode. Like I said, what's going on? And that's because we haven't seen the trailer. So our show will happen after the trailer. Because once we know some teasers, then we were definitely going to have some shit to talk about. You know what I mean? So on a whole nother spectrum. So
I'm trying to think of an episode that would actually be really good for him to get in on. Because like something that like Wolvis is really like passionate about and stuff, but like also we could like rumor wise too.
I was like, we can slam the MCU series again. we can run that gauntlet, the Infinity War gauntlet, all we want now. Unless y'all want to just go back to WandaVision and start from that series on. But hey, I'm down if you guys are down. Like running a series of the first 4 movies, the second 4 movies or something.
Give it like a breakdown and section of it?
In sections. I don't give a shit. I don't know how many times. I think I watched it 2 times through, from Iron Man to Endgame.
I think I did the same.
About 2 times through, and then of course separately I watched them. Their own thing. So Star Wars.
Star Wars. He's out on.
No, I was about to say I'm down.
Star Wars is a big franchise, my friend.
It is too heavy. I have the timeline screenshot on my phone though.
Oh, that's cool.
The actual like movies, TV series, how to watch
and where they're in. Yep.
I love the batch, the whole nine, batch, everything.
Dude, my wife didn't put me on a mission, but did at the same time. She was talking about rewatching Attack on Titan, but she's somebody that likes to watch it in chronological order. And I was like, do you know how difficult that is? Because I would basically have to rewatch all the seasons and then manually myself write down where they are and then have you watch it from that point.
I'm pretty sure it's on Reddit somewhere.
Oh, probably.
I'm pretty sure there was a super fan that did it.
That is true. Star Wars kind of
okay.
Star Wars down a bit. But I told her too, I was like, the biggest part of that is that there's some episodes that have the flashbacks and stuff. So if you really want to do it chronologically as best as possible, that means I'm splicing episodes. So we'll be watching episodes for like season 3 or 4, like episode 5, 6 and then go to episode 3, half of episode 3 for like season 2 or something.
I would have put it back on her core. I'd have been like, if you want to do this, you go write the timeline and I'll enjoy it with you.
See, the thing is, she knows she triggers me because I'm that type of person.
Yep, you are like, you would be the one.
Dude, I already halfway done
I missed an episode. That was the one that was in this between these two. Like,
oh yeah, I know. I would melt down over that.
Oh, that'd be insane. But yes, no, I'm down. Again, I think something of that sort because y'all are pretty heavy on like what's going to happen in Doomsday. But I think it's going to have to start after WandaVision. So everything that happened after WandaVision is what we're going to have to shred to pieces.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. And I mean, she's already watched it. She was talking about rewatching.
I'm telling you, there's probably someone on Reddit.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. But that's the thing I love about Reddit too, because
like
the community.
Like Bleach helped. There was a Bleach tab that helped me out. I like typed it in. I was like, what? How do I watch Bleach without the fillers? Boom, Reddit page, this, and I was like, let me click a Reddit page. They were like, the best way to watch this, this season, this episode. I was like,
you also could always ask me too.
Yeah,
I've read all the manga.
I was like, it was clutch.
Yeah, because Reddit's such a huge community, and everybody that's passionate about it joins in, and it just kind of keeps expanding. And it's so great. It's so great.
Keeps on expanding.
Oh man, that's so good.
No. For sure. We will get in touch. I'm going to get better. That is a New Year's resolution. Hopefully the show will take off in new directions. Get better at polls, the whole 9.
Yeah.
But guys, just a heads up. We may not be back until after Christmas. And even then, that is a possibility. We will partner together to, structure that schedule.
And next year we might actually have to do a thing where we put out our schedule.
Yeah.
And then if we have to change it up, we'll change it up, for other stuff. But yeah, so that way we could keep ourselves in line too.
So, but yeah. Wolvis, always a pleasure.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
I'm glad you were even in, man.
We're actually about to sign off too.
But yes, I will reach out to you to get in touch. Got that collabs. Even though you're against collabs or whatever, but we'll collab soon. So, but yes, guys. To all everybody else, again, we will touch base with you guys. We'll put schedules out there better. But yes, this following year we may or may not finish on a hiatus, depending on how our schedules look with our families. Again, this is for you guys as well to be out there and be with your families. Stay safe. But yeah. That's it for now, guys. Again, we will let you know as of right now, 2 weeks, none, and then we won't be back till after Christmas. But yeah, we'll touch base. We'll do a video short or something if we change it or something.
Something else comes up, we'll just surprise you guys. Maybe.
Yeah, well, just next thing you know, you'll see a notification. The Hideout is live. But yes, guys, sorry again. This is the hardest part of the year. With family and everything, we all.
It's always a mix-up with this time of year.
So stay with us, bear with us. You've done it for 2 years now, so you can do it for another more. Jump into 2026, and I appreciate it. Collab. But all right, well, let's have a good night as well as everyone else. Y'all too, have a good night. Y'all stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see y'all when we log in, guys.
See you guys later.